everybody, this is D Hunter, bringing another action figure accessory review. Today, we're going to look at some James Gunn, David Corenswet Superman movie accessories. These are 3D printed from a guy on Instagram. These are 3D printed by a guy on Instagram named MRG Toyz. I will put a link in the description below. I got some things off him about 5 years ago from the Suicide Squad movie. I enjoyed them quite a bit. He's made some stuff over the years. I haven't really gotten more from him. But with the Superman movie coming out and McFarlane making most of the characters from the film, they were lacking some necessary accessories, and he made some pretty cool stuff. I got everything to offer for the movie except for the sort of kit that you could buy that you could change Mr. Terrific into Guy Gardner, but it required a lot of painting, so I kind of passed on that. I did get the Green Lantern construct of a giant hand with a middle finger. I think that's one of my favorites. And then we have sort of different stuff for Metamorpho, sort of sandstorm or dust or whatever to be his lower part, a huge giant metal mallet for one of his hands, and then kryptonite for the other hand. A pair of fists for Superman. It was really annoying. They released Superman in like 4 different ways, and none of them had fists. Come on. Some stickers for the robots. That way they're not all numbered the same, because I got 4 of them, and I wanted them to have different numbers. And of course, some T-spheres for Mr. Terrific, as well as a little stand and energy effects. So these should enhance McFarlane figures considerably. Looking forward to digging into each of these one by one. So, let's start off with some of the more basic items, Superman fists, and work our way toward my favorite one, which is the big giant middle finger. Here are all the items laid out in front of you in the city streets. Let's start off with the fists. And now for his fists. In my opinion, every single Superman figure should come with a pair of fists and a pair of flight hands. This David Corenswet Superman figure, even the collector's edition or the deluxe theatrical edition, came with 2 pairs of hands. One was a fist and a large open hand, and then one was a pair of flight hands. Close, but not quite. With the deluxe theatrical version, we should have had a pair of flight hands, a pair of fists, and a pair of gripping hands. So, he made a pair of fists, which is very useful because Superman fights Ultraman and could really use 2 fists. And even though he already has 1 fist, MRG made 2, that way they'll match. Here's Superman with those 2 fists. He's ready to fight the Kaiju Beast or Ultraman, or maybe just punch a desk at Luthor's headquarters. The Superman definitely is improved by having 2 fists. Here are the hands that Superman came with. 1 fist and 1 large gripping hand. I always joked this is sort of his beer holding hand. Here's Superman holding onto a large can of beer. Definitely an improvement with his 2 new fists. Next up, we have these decals for the robot. Now, the robot that McFarlane released is Superman Robot Number 4. And he's kind of a nice armor builder. I got 4 of them, and here are 4 decals. We have numbers 1, 2, 4, and 12. I think 4 is Gary, the main one, and 12 is that new one that was introduced at the beginning of the film. So this will make army building have some sort of differences to them. And that is awesome. I was hoping to get this for a long time. I was going to get a few of those robots either way, but this makes them even better. Here are these Superman robots that I have. As you can see, each and every one of them has number 4 on their chest. I think it would have been clever if McFarlane made a sort of an alternate chest piece with different numbers, but they didn't, so it's up to us to figure a way out. Here they are with the different decals attached. Number 1, 2, 4, and 12. I've replaced the sticker onto number 4 because it was a little bit different brightness than the original one. That way they all match. Number 1. Robot number 2. Superman Robot number 4. And of course, Superman Robot number 12. And now for Mr. Terrific's T-spheres. We have 4 spheres, and then 4 sort of display bases, 4 semi-transparent sort of posts, and then 4 energy effects to sort of show them in motion. These are intended to work with the movie version of Mr. Terrific, but there's no reason you couldn't use it with the comic version as well. You can see the sort of black T on there. The ball is white. We have these little display bases that have a little slit. And the post will go aside. There's a little peg here that will attach to the ball. And then these things will also attach to the T-spheres. So let's check them out. So first off, we have these 4 display bases. And then add in these semi-transparent posts, and each one seems to be a different length. Whether that's my fault for not pushing them far enough, or the design that way. I actually kind of like it. And then add the T-spheres on top, and it's like they're floating in air. Here's a look at Mr. Terrific, surrounded by his T-spheres. And the movie figure comes with a couple in his hands, so you have even 6 in front of you. And then you can add these red effects, sort of showing that they're going in motion, going toward people, knocking them out, whatever you want. And here are all his T-spheres in action, moving around next to him, following his commands. And here's a look at all the T-spheres in my collection. From Mr. Terrific figures, from McFarlane from the comics, from the movie, and Spin Master. Next we have the attachments for Metamorpho. We have sort of a little dust cloud or sandstorm. They can replace his bottom half. And as you can see, it's got a little bit of sort of texturing going on. A little peg to plug in his torso and flat on the bottom. Then we have this giant mallet or hammer to replace one of his hands. I believe he used those 2 things at the end of the film when fighting the tanks. And this small bit of kryptonite to replace one of his hands. Just like when he was in the jail cell with Superman. Here's Metamorpho as is, with none of those enhancements or accessories. And then here, with the kryptonite accessory instead of his hand. And then here, with that giant metal hammer instead of his hand. It makes him very top-heavy. It's about the only way we can give it a stand on his own, kind of balancing the weight on top. And then here's Metamorpho, with the bottom half replaced with sort of sand or dust. And of course, you can utilize all 3 of those pieces at the same time with Metamorpho, although it doesn't really make a lot of sense with the kryptonite. But I believe at the end of the film, he had both the sand, bottom half of his body, and the hammer at the same time. Finally, the coolest of all these pieces. This is more or less a 1/1 scale, big giant green construct hand with the middle finger sticking up, giving you the giant bird. Typical Guy Gardner. As you can see, it's pretty similar to an actual sort of hand or fist. Decent detailing with the fingernails, a couple little defects there. Flat at the bottom, easy to stand up, and then here it is, giving a big ol' fuck you. Now I do kind of wish I got 2 of these things, as it's such a fun, cool construct. And it would have been really cool if they made one here as the right hand, and they could have also flipped it and made a left hand version. Kind of reminds me of something from Star Trek, although not quite as vulgar. Now McFarlane didn't make Guy Gardner for the movie, which really surprises me. They didn't make Guy Gardner or Hawkgirl, so we have the Spin Master 6-inch version. And to tell you the truth, this middle finger construct would work very well from a Guy Gardner from the comics, which is what I intend to use it for. Sure, you could use this construct with Hal Jordan or John Stewart, but it's not something they would really do. This screams Guy Gardner. I remember at the end of the film, the Justice Gang, including Metamorpho and Guy Gardner, defending and invading force of tanks, using these same sort of weapons or accessories. Now this isn't a Superman movie item, but in the same package, I ordered this sort of diorama piece. It's a couple separate pieces. We have a little sort of corner of a rooftop here. It's got a bunch of holes inside, and it has some sort of customizable interchangeable parts. Looks pretty good, pretty clean, pretty crisp. And then we also have this piece here, which will go on top and give you this sort of large cross-type diorama piece. Now, you can take it apart, go inside of there. This thing comes out as well, and so does this thing. So you can kind of switch it up a little bit. It doesn't really have a lot of different options, but 2 extra pieces to add to my overall city setup. And here's a look at some of the older accessories I got from MRG Toyz. These were from the Suicide Squad, and this was Peacemaker's specific silenced pistol and Bloodsport's big fucking gun. They were pretty nice, although I must admit, these things broke on me not too long after getting them. But this was about 5 years ago. MRG has definitely improved its quality and material since then. So overall, these are some pretty cool accessories, enhancements, and add-ons for your McFarlane DC Multiverse James Gunn Superman movie collection. I really do like getting these decals for the robots. That's something that I really wish McFarlane had done differently. Superman's fists really enhance him, allow him to fight Ultraman and the Kaiju Beast. Metamorpho, with all 3 different accessories. The figure really should have come with a Kryptonite version, but it's really nice to have some extra stuff, kind of like the fight at the end of the film. And then Mr. Terrific and his T-Spheres. Love those things. I love the fact that you can have them on the transparent flight stands. Love the fact you can take them off them. And I love the fact that it works with both the movie and comic versions of Mr. Terrific. Not just with McFarlane, you can use them for DC Direct, Mattel, Spin Master, all the other lines. And my very favorite is the middle finger construct from Gardner. I think that thing is awesome and totally fits his personality. I'm going to put that to a lot of use in action figure photography. The quality of these items feels very sturdy, very durable. I don't really have a lot of concern about breaking them, although you still want to be at least a little bit careful, especially with the thinner type pieces. But it definitely makes these figures, enhances them, makes them a little better than they already were. They were sort of scarce on accessories with the McFarlane figures, and for the price point, we should have got more. I kind of regret not getting the Gardner sort of enhancement piece. You have to buy an extra Mr. Terrific figure and swap some parts and do some painting. I prefer the comic version anyway. So, just want to let you know, he has some other stuff available, some stuff for the Peacemaker TV show, but some of the older items are no longer for sale, which is kind of disappointing. There's some stuff that I would have liked to have gone back and gotten. Either way, pretty cool. So, thank you for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure and action figure accessory reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.